He sets the agenda.
8:07 exactly, South African time. We cross over to Karachi in Pakistan. And we start off by making this statement. A former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan, in his first public appearance since being wounded in a gun attack earlier this month, has said that he was calling off his protest march to Islamabad because he feared it would cause havoc in the country. Let's hear views from Professor Shahida Wizard. Assalamu alaikum to you, dear sister. Welcome to the program. And always a pleasure to talk with you.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so let's start with that opening statement of former Prime Minister Imran Khan. Do you think that that was the noble thing for him to have done, calling off the march?
Well, I think he's trying to put pressure on the government so that they would have early elections. I think all the things that he's been doing for the last many months, all the dharnas and all the, agitation, and now leaving the system altogether. I think they are all measures to try to put pressure on the government and the establishment to go for early elections, and that's what he's trying to do.
He has a very, very large following in Pakistan. Obviously, he's really very well liked and respected also by Pakistanis living abroad. Do you think that these moves or these maneuvers by him will gain him more support, and that he would get the required outcomes that he's hoping for? He goes on to say that I've decided not to go to Islamabad because I know there will be havoc and loss of life, obviously, to the country. He also goes on to say that we can't afford this march, but he says that we as a party have decided to quit all legislative assemblies in the country in a bid, as you correctly say, to force the incumbent rulers to announce early elections. Obviously, he also points a finger at the current government as being totally corrupt. Your thoughts on all of the remarks that he has been making to not only the local but the international press as well?
Well, I think that it's very sad that there has already been quite a lot of loss of life in the dharnas that he has been staging. Some journalists have got killed, and a very renowned journalist, Arshad Sharif, was murdered in Kenya. And there's been other loss of life as well. Imran Khan himself got injured. So I think that our politicians should also try. I mean, I think it's good that he's thinking about the loss of life, but I think our politicians um, must conduct themselves responsibly, and they must realize that the loss of life of Pakistani lives is very, very sad. And I'm glad that he has realized that, and he's now going to not indulge in activities that are going to uh, bring cause further loss of life in Pakistan, because I think that it can be a very, very difficult situation. I mean, very uh, horrendous situation can arise if there is further loss of life, and if people start agitating and there is sort of action against them, then obviously there can be a lot of bloodshed. So I think it is quite responsible from their point of view. But at the same time, I think that all the politicians uh, and all the people in corridors of power, I think not just the politicians, but people in corridors of power, unfortunately, whether they are politicians or whether they are with PDM or the PTI or others in the corridors of power, unfortunately, people have been, Pakistan is a predatory state. There is the predator prey model. People who have power, they use that power for their own personal benefits. And that is why you find that they have been, indulging in a lot of corruption. They have been siphoning off the money to other countries, Switzerland and England and offshore islands. And I think not just the PDM, but a lot of the other people also, PDM and others who have enjoyed power, they have been indulging in corruption because they've been using their power for their own personal benefits. Because, like I said, there is the predator-prey model.
Right. Professor, let me just, just for clarification purposes for our listeners and viewers, obviously, the PDM is not Imran Khan's party. Am I correct? Can you just spell out the name
That's
in
right.
full? Who is the PDM? Is that the current sitting government?
That's right. That's the current sitting government, which is a collection of several parties.
Okay, let me ask you this, and we're just going to digress ever so slightly. You brought up a very important issue regarding the assassination, very, very sadly, of Arshad Sharif, a senior journalist. Fingers obviously have been pointed directly at the current sitting government. What's the feeling like on the streets as far as the Pakistanis are concerned? Because this obviously is a great loss to journalism globally, but particularly for responsible journalism in Pakistan itself. Professor, are you there? Okay, we seem to have lost Professor Shahida Wizarat. The picture and sound just seems to have frozen on us. Let's take a very quick break and we will try and reconnect with her. Please stay with us. This is indeed a very interesting and important interview, and I would like to proceed with it. So please stand by.
Precious design, platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and free zakat calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
Thousands of Syrian Palestinian refugees and Lebanese children do not have access to education. Amman means safety and is a school that provides formal education from kindergarten to grade 9. Africa Muslims Agency aims to provide 650 children with education that will change the trajectory of their lives and their families' lives. Fulfill your intention by fulfilling their dreams. Donate 16,000 Rand per child or any amount. Go to africamuslimsagency.co.za or call us on 011 834 8685. Africa Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042 203 1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
Tune into Salam Media via audio stream.
It was accepted from day one that she lacks proper experience in the leadership of the Conservative Party, and she was not able to revive or tackle the living cost. Yesterday, she was forced to resign, and it's clearly because she is not able to handle the situation. There are so many crises. So the whole thing is chaos. But if we talk about the other things to do with Liz Truss, of course, she is pro-Zionist. She said clearly when she won the leadership of the Conservative Party that she supports Israel's right to exist, and the Palestinian side were kind of outrageous because they expected the leader of Conservative Party, or the Prime Minister at least, to be fair when it comes to the struggle and suffering of Palestinians.
Journalist and political analyst based in the UK, Yusuf Al-Hello.
Salam Media, a global voice for humanity.
The Yemen war is 7 years old, but the violence keeps escalating with severe impacts on the food security of millions of families. People in Yemen are desperate and need our support to survive. Let's make a difference in Yemen today. Donate now at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. It is exactly 18 after 8 o'clock. We lost our first guest there. When I say lost her, we lost the connection with Professor Shahida Wizarit. She's at the Institute of Business Management in Karachi. The story that we took up with her is Imran Khan choosing to leave. The statement made by Imran Khan was he chooses to leave the corrupt system and all legislative bodies by calling off a planned march this past Saturday. We will see if we can still try and reach her. Kolani, my controller, is trying yet once again, but let me just give you a rundown of what else has been lined up for the show today. If we can't get hold of Professor, we'll see if we can get one of the local PTI followers here in South Africa, whilst my producer tries to get hold of him. I'm going to give you a further rundown of the show. So we are going to be talking to Leanne Germanis regarding 16 days of activism of no violence against women and children. Also on the show, leader of the NFP in Parliament, Ahmed Manzoor Sheikh Imam. And the big question we putting to him is, have we lost the war on crime in South Africa? And let's just check with our controller if he is trying to get hold of our guest, because I don't see his fingers busy dialing there. Okay, he's getting on with it now. Faisal Patel, who is a multi-award winning journalist and media personality, is going to be talking to us about the crazy situation in Lenasia. They have been out of electricity, lights out for over 20 hours. And then we'll be looking at the issue around the Uyghurs. The Uyghur deaths in the Urumqi fire in China. So all of that and more coming up. We'll give it one more try to reconnect with Professor Shahida Wizarit. It looks like we're going to have to move on, but let us see if we can get hold of the spokesperson of the Pakistani Tehreek Party here in South Africa. We've spoken with him in the past, and if we can get hold of him now, we can pick up from where we left off with Professor Shahida Wizarit, because we're just not able to reconnect with her. So we'll go for a short ad break and let's see whom we're going to connect up with next. News and views right here on Salam Media. My name is Julie Ali. Please do become a part of the conversation.